Ready to break down some research? This paper, Generative Agents, Interactive Simulacra of Human Behavior, explores the exciting potential of using AI to simulate human behavior in interactive settings. It's a pretty cool concept. What are your initial thoughts on this?
Oh, wow. Generative agents. This is like straight out of science fiction, but it's real. I'm excited to see how these agents can create more believable and engaging interactive experiences. I'm thinking about games, virtual worlds, and even social simulations. The possibilities are just mind-blowing.
Absolutely. The paper mentions that these agents can remember, reflect, and even plan their days. It's like they're living their own little lives. Can you give us a quick rundown of how they make this happen?
Sure. It all starts with the agent's memory stream, basically. A log of everything they've experienced. It's like a diary, but way more detailed. This memory stream is super important because it's what the agent uses to make decisions and react to their environment. It's kind of like how we rely on our past experiences to guide our own behavior.
So it's not just about remembering things, they can actually learn and reflect on their experiences, right?
You got it. Reflection is a key part of the architecture. It's how the agent synthesizes its memories into higher level thoughts and beliefs. This is where the magic happens. The agent starts to draw conclusions about itself and the world around it, leading to more believable behavior. It's like the agent is having those aha moments as it connects the dots.
That's awesome. But how do they decide what to do next? How do they plan their actions?
Great question. Planning is all about translating those reflections into actions. It's like the agent is creating a to-do list for its day based on what it's learned and what it wants to achieve. The interesting part is that the plan is dynamic.
Yeah.
It can change based on new experiences and interactions. So it's not just following a script, it's adapting and reacting in real time.
This is seriously impressive. But how did the researchers actually test these generative agents? Do they just let them loose in a virtual world?
They did something even cooler. They created a virtual environment called Smallville, kind of like The Sims. They populated it with these generative agents and let them interact with each other and the world. The researchers then observed their behavior to see how believable and engaging they were.
And what did they find? Did the agents behave like real humans?
The results were pretty promising. The agents were able to spread information, form relationships, and even coordinate events like Valentine's Day parties. It's like they were building their own little society, which is super exciting to see.
That's incredible. It sounds like this research could have some major implications for things like video games, virtual reality, and even social simulations.
Absolutely. Imagine game characters that are not just following a script, but actually learning and evolving over time. Think about virtual worlds where the inhabitants are just as unpredictable and engaging as real people. This technology could even help us create more realistic social simulations for research and training purposes.
It's a game changer for sure. But what about the challenges? Are there any limitations or potential problems with this technology?
Of course, there's always room for improvement. For example, the agents sometimes struggle to retrieve the most relevant memories, and they can even hallucinate information. There's also the risk of people forming unhealthy attachments to these agents, which is something we need to be careful about. But hey, that's research for you. It's about pushing boundaries and addressing the challenges as they come up.
Very true. So, what's the next step for this research? Where do we go from here?
I'm thinking we need to refine the architecture, make it more efficient, and scale it up to larger environments. We also need to develop better ways to evaluate the believability and social dynamics of these agents. And of course, we need to address those ethical concerns you mentioned. It's a long road ahead, but the potential is just too huge to ignore.
And this closes our discussion of generative agents, interactive simulacra of human behavior. Thank you.